Well, hello there, YouTube, and welcome to a 43-degree Sunday, the 24th of December. Today is Christmas Eve. I got distracted because I can see blue in the skies right there over the mountains. There is a 100% chance of rain today. Well, that's the day in whole. But I think that Kelly said there was a couple of breaks that, for an hour or so. It's not supposed to be raining. But it's been doing a really good job of keeping that 100% rain so far today. But for the last hour, it hasn't rained at all. Maybe we're in that little window that she was talking about. And up until I decided to come out here, so I gathered my stuff to come outside, it was sun shining. I didn't come out the door. Kelly's standing there on the porch. I go, "What happened?" She goes, "What?" I said, "The sun was just out." She goes, "Yep, it just went away." So I don't know where the hole was. It's not over us now. But anyway, I got some stuff we're gonna investigate in the shop here. So hang tight. We'll go in there and we'll discuss all this stuff. All right. Ever since I've been deep diving, looking into this 350, as you do, other Royal Enfield stuff will pop up with them. Different videos, people talking about things, and it makes you going, never had that problem, but maybe I should look into it. Well, it was probably more common on the 650s than anything else. Royal Enfield, it looks like they're using some kind of white lithium grease as a dielectric grease for the relays on these things. And the fuel pump relay, especially on the 650s, or that, there's 4 relays in there, but that one in particular seems to be the problem child. What's happening is that they call it white lithium grease, but it looks like yellow lithium grease. I mean, it literally looks like some kind of an axle grease of some sort, but it looks like it has that white lithium texture to it. But it coagulates and literally gets to a point that it chalks up. Well, it's causing contact issues. And it was a pretty common thing with the 650s, apparently. Apparently, I don't ride mine often enough or hard enough or whatever that I've never had an issue with stuff like that. So, anyway, different things I've seen. And one, I think it was a young guy that did it. I don't remember the name or nothing. I'm terrible about that kind of stuff. But what he was using is going through with these little dental tools. I've got a super thin one and a thicker one. And anyway, just dip those down into those certain, take something else to clean it out, but to fine tune it, because you want to use some contact cleaner, not brake cleaner, because that'll destroy plastic. Anything that's black, it'll acid burns it, turns it gray, it takes the black out of the black plastic. But use a contact cleaner and clean those things out. Well, I don't want to blast, a ton of contact cleaner in there. So I've got some little scribes and stuff. I'll get what I can out, and I'll use these little brushes to get the rest out. Then I'll blast them out with contact cleaner. And then you use actual dielectric grease. Don't be using a lithium grease or white lithium. You want to use an actual dielectric grease. And I'll go through. So first, I seen a couple guys talking about the fuel. It's on this left-hand cover. I've heard it referred to as a glove box. It's where the air filter were on the old original ones. But the 3 relays for this one is underneath there. And I had that cover off when I was routing the wire for the tuner. Back there, I was making that came out so good. But anyway, pat myself on the back a little bit. But I just can't believe how well that came out. I've seen some, wow, I've seen some scare. I've seen people putting them under their seat and zip tying them, and looks like the seat is riding on the little tuner box, and especially when you have this open hole with literally nothing in it. It looks like it's got tabs and stuff, like maybe there's an AIS purge or a purge valve or something that was probably a more emission strict bike than these are. So it's just an empty hole. So it goes in there just as neat as can be. But anyway, I noticed that, you know, the examples, what people were talking about, I think they were all 22s. That even from the outside, you could see the oozing grease sticking out of them. And I didn't pop any of the relays out when I was in there, but there was hardly any outside residue. So I'm assuming they've probably woed back a little bit on the excessive amount of, I can understand them trying to keep all the contacts safe and stuff, but the end result is as it starts to harden chalk or whatever, that dirt in the air or whatever, they're actually starting to conduct. Or you can put so much in, you know, I tell you guys about, be careful about putting dielectric grease on waterproof connections, because you'll literally hydraulic the pins. You can actually spread the female pin apart and make a loose connection. And one of the other things with the 350s is the dash, you know, it does a self-check type of deal where it sweeps the needle and comes back. It'll sweep and it stops at like the 20-mile-an-hour mark. They say cleaning that contact in there will usually fix it. If it does it, I guess Royal Enfield, with no questions asked, because they have a literally unlimited mileage 3-year warranty. It's just, you got an ironclad 3-year warranty. They're that confident. And you know what they say at the shops? Nothing ever comes in for warranty claims. So that's really, really rare. He said, yeah, it's kind of a nice thing about having Harleys, and because it's really common for Harley shops to sell Royal Enfields. It was a nice thing. We don't have to deal with a lot of recalls or warranty stuff. You know, just nitpicky things, you know. They don't have you don't see a lot of recalls going on and stuff. Oh boy, when they have one, oh my Lord, the brake fluid. Brake light switches caused by the brake fluid. That makes national news. Harley's got a recall. Dude, I literally multiple times a week sometimes have recalls from manufacturers that we sell. It's crazy. At our store, it's like nuts, actually. People spend more time bringing their bikes in and out and having recalls done that I won't get into any of that. But anyway, let's check this thing out. You gotta love when a company learns from its mistakes and corrects it. Now, I noticed this when I was putting the headlight bulb in. It has a very light coating of that lithium grease on the headlight, and it wasn't heavy enough I was even worried about it. But I've seen people disconnect their dash assemblies, and they are slam packed with that dielectric grease. And you'll note that there's none on there. Just nice, clean terminals. So that's perfect. So I won't have that issue. And this is a waterproof connection. So you don't want to pack that thing with grease, because that thing's airtight. And then you add grease to it, you know, like dielectric grease. If I get it to go. Oh, I wouldn't. So this thing's got a lock on it. So before you try to pull this thing off, you got to release the red lock tab. And then once you put it on, you hear the click. You reactivate the lock. So up there, that's fine. I'm not worried about any of that there. And I'm hoping, I've already pulled the cover off. And you can see the 3 relays. You can see you can see where there's definitely some grease there, but the examples I've seen, it's literally just oozing out everywhere. They put so much in it. So we'll pull these relays off and see what they look like. If it's as light as that, and it's not, you know, swap and spit with all the other terminals there, I'm just not going to worry about it. But the fact I see some of it oozing out, we'll just see when we get in here and take a look at it. But yeah, I can put the headlight back on. Not going to do anything there. Good enough. Perfect. Now, this is nowhere near as bad as the examples I've seen. But that's quite a bit in the couplers. And the scary part is there, you know, the grease is making contact between the terminals. So if something somehow or another that got contaminated and it allowed it to conduct, dielectric grease 100% does not conduct. So, but that doesn't mean you can't get dirt and stuff in there. So I don't know. Enough people have had issues with it. I will clean these things out. And I'll just put regular dielectric grease on there. It doesn't take much. You just need to make sure that, you know, it stays clean. And, you know, that the terminals don't corrode. And, that you know, it helps the integrity of the connection between them. But these are not waterproof connectors. They're straight pass through. So them putting too much grease in there is just going to push past. It's not going to cause any hydraulicking and make the female pins open. And you know, if the female pins open, then you know that contact to the blades gets weakened. But there's no threat of that. If you did, it's just going to push it straight through. And yeah, nothing to it. I should discuss with you guys about back probing these waterproof connectors like this. These are ones you don't want grease inside these, because that thing's airtight, watertight. If you add grease in there, the grease makes it have more like hydraulics. You know, the air can't escape past the grease. So what can happen? It can actually depin these things and push them back, and you'll find them. You'll see where the little rubber insert is sticking out, and you know, you'll have something saying that circuit's bad, open or short. You know, diagnostic usually says, and you'll look, and one of these, the rubber's pushed out, and it's literally dislodged and taken and depinned it and pushed it out. You know, hydraulics are very powerful. It'll overcome these connectors. But these are not waterproof. They'll just, like I say, they'll just pass right through. The grease will just push right past. It's not airtight. But yeah, let me clean those up right quick. There they are, nice and clean. Oh, there is a fourth one. It was stashed away down at the bottom down here. So the one that's the empty hole, I just left whatever grease was in there to just to fill the hole. Not that it matters. Not going to do anything, but anyway, there's all four of them, all cleaned up. Use some good quality dielectric grease. I've got a tube of this old Yamaha stuff that was, geez, probably discontinued 10 years or so ago, and dielectric grease doesn't get old and die, so I keep using it. But I'll wet everything down. Don't need to go crazy, like I say. Put her together, and I don't have to worry about anything on this. This one, under that cover, which is the one that's got the screw that holds it down. The other side's keyed. But the 650s are the ones that seem to be the problem child, so it'll be interesting to see what they look like. So much for the wind blowing and the little snippets of sunshine out there. It just cut loose out there. And when Kelly just brought the girls out, Sasha's plastered to the wall out there. Watch this goofball. Oh, no, she got down. It must have stopped again. All right. Well, let me grease this one up and put it back together. While I got a hole there, we need to get into the 4 relays on the left-hand side on this one. I would imagine the Himalayans have the same issue, but we'll check it all out. If it's a potential thing, might as well take care of it on a cold, rainy day in the Pacific Northwest. If you can't ride them, tinker with them. That 350, man, that thing just does something for me for sure. Holy moly. Now this is kind of stuff that you see. Mine's not as bad as what I've seen, but this is reaching the point of leaving you stranded. Let me put this thing in the macro mode right quick. This is what they're talking about. And you can see how dirt, it's so packed in there that once that dirt gets in there, it can cross over and actually start shorting things out. You can see it's starting to get like chalky looking as well. And there's the relays. Yep. That's why you clean them. All right. That's pretty nasty. That'll take a little doing. So I'll be back. Yeah, that's pretty nasty. What you think on that? How about that? I won't be having the problem with my GT650 or the classic 350. I do need to go over the Himalayans, but it's Christmas Eve. I think Kelly's probably about ready to do a goodbye vlog, getting her skivvies and call her a night. And on that, I think I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm gonna button this thing up, put it together, and go spend Christmas Eve with my little wifey. How about that? There's my little booster plug sensor there. How about that? All right. Thanks for hanging out once again out here with the Royal Enfields. Hope you're enjoying it, because I sure am. Well, hello there, YouTube. Holy moly. Well, happy Christmas Eve to everyone. Yes. I know by the time you're watching this, it's Christmas Day, or depending on where you're at on the planet, it's the day after. Yep. But, yeah, Christmas Eve. Got a little patch of blue skies above our heads at the moment. That's why it's after 4. It'll be sunset before you know it. But, yeah, kind of another chill day, mostly rainy, but had some nice spots like this. We can sit here and say goodbye out in the daylight. That's very nice. Very nice. But, anyway, I hope happy holidays to everybody. Next week will be New Year's, so, man, years come to an end really quick, isn't it?
Yeah, they do. Yeah. They drag on forever, and then all of a sudden, boom,
yeah.
Gone.
Wow, it's like no time ago. It's like, you go, wow, this is the end of January already. We're already a month in. Well, we're almost over with the whole year now.
Yeah.
But anyway, appreciate you guys watching on a Christmas Eve, and we'll see you tomorrow on Christmas Day.
Yes. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give a thumbs up. And you guys have an amazing Sunday or Monday.
Yep. All right. We'll see you on Christmas Day.
Yes.
All right. Take care now. Thanks for watching.